Okay, um, so that's gonna give us. Let me see what's on the rest of. So it's gonna be right hand star resting time is 0.9. Right. It's gonna be 91.7.
I cannot see this your screen.
Oh, see my screen. Why is it doing this? With 91 or something, whatever it is. Yada yada. Okay, well, whatever value that is, 91. And then we say, okay, so that's that minus this. So that minus 91 is going to give us. Let's get a new mouse. It's going to give us. What's this? Yeah, so it's going to give us whatever value here, minus 91. Okay, and then we have this value here. So this is basically that chunk of distance that we need the root to move. So I guess then we take the root value at the hand rest time. Oh no, wait, hold on. Oh, for God's sake. This is just going to be. Brain is not working. So this hand eye resting term. This hand eye resting term. Is this how long it's at rest for? Let me see. No, this is the time which is at rest. Okay, which is where I'm guessing this value is obtained from. Okay. Okay, cool. So we have the distance at hand rest.
Like you already got the value is 100k root y distance.
Oh, do we have that?
Yeah, like the value that we go get anim curve at is 100k.
Oh no, but I want the root. This is the hand eye root y distance is. No, this anim root distance at hand rest is what I want to be like. How far has the root traveled at hand rest?
Right.
And then I want to subtract. I'm probably doing it wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. Basically, where my head's going right now is this value here. This here ledge distance is basically from my hands to the root. Where am I? Like I take that off of how far my ledge distance actually is. So if let me get a paint. This is the how do I know how? So this here, right? And so this here, so my character is here basically. So this, let's say is 2 meters, right? And then I know when my character's jumping, right? This value here, right? Um, yeah, I don't even know. This value here is this, right?
100k root distance. Yeah.
Right. So I'm saying take this minus this to give me like to give me this value here.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I don't know if you can see the stream, but that was just a really nice comment if you want to read it.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna get. Let me look at the
Cheers,
stream.
cheers, Anadia. I appreciate that. That's actually a really nice thing to say. Yeah, no, it's cool. It's cool to hear. Yeah, sorry about that, but yeah, no, you seem like you're smashing life and doing your thing. So it's quite inspiring to hear, actually. So no, I appreciate it a lot. That's why we do it. So it's good to know it's at least one person. Appreciate that. Cheers, thank you a lot. That means a lot, actually. My brain. Okay, let me just have
Yeah.
that out. Then. So, so
Um. Yeah. So I think I was saying. You need to. Uh. You need to calculate. I think. You cannot do it analytically because you don't know where that point is gonna be. I think you need to. I think you need to search it.
yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, but basically, the thing I'm trying to figure out exactly what point it is, like what distance it is I'm searching for. Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
so I was saying is to basically. So if I share my screen, it just keeps my. I don't want on my internet. It's just let me turn my phone off. Maybe that. If you can see my screen, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, so I was saying like if the wall is 2 meters away, right? I need to find this
Yeah. You
distance
need to
here,
find the distance. Yeah.
right?
And then
Given
from
that
the
this
distance, you need to
this
find the time.
to here plus so what I actually need to find it. So if my hand rest is at this point, I need to then this distance here of 90 plus whatever this distance covered here is equals to 2 meters, right?
Yeah.
So that's yeah. So I was saying get the ledge distance here, get that um with my offset, take that away from it to basically be like, okay, you now have 100. This needs to cover 165 from this point here, basically. So
Yeah.
it needs to go from 165 back. Then I'll be like, okay, well, at that distance here, take off whatever this root value was, take off whatever's remaining, 165, to give me like, oh, it's going to be like, I don't know, 112 or some shit. So 112. And then that is what I'm searching for when root wise. That makes sense, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My brain was like, I was like, what am I doing? Am I doing that right? So, okay. Let me just get rid of any crap that is just redundant here. So so now it's really I'm not gonna use this again. So actually, I might depending. So, thanks for subscribing, Zenody, as well. That's awesome to see. I don't know if are you in the Discord? By chance, are you in the Discord? Or, if not, let me know. I'll drop a link in the chat, and you can join. So you can see whenever we stream next, or chat to us, chat to the backers, or whatever. Yeah, be cool to get you in the community. Yeah. So, do you already do a search for something? I mean, do you do a search similar for when you do the phase match, or what do you do now for
Yeah,
that side?
yeah, exactly.
That's what
So
that's why I was like, I could just copy that. So
yeah, if you're gonna if it's well, let me get mine. Let me check on mine. So when you do jump manager, you start jump, and then you do we do no, not start jump. It's the filter funnel. Okay, yeah. That phase matching interface. Okay, so if you go player base movement, set phase matching interface, calc best phase and mirroring. In there, you will see that we yeah, calc well, like see line 5T5 basically replace that with um with the with that point in time, and yeah, and that is you may want to keep the same interface there, and just basically duplicate that match best phase immediate post match, and we say, let's call it distance match, for example, because you need to fill the parameters there. But what that will fill is the uh, the time in which in which the phase is executed, and that's it. You only need that.
so I'm very confused. So yeah, so here this match best phased immediate pose matched, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I just need to change this value to so this is given the phase, but because so basically what I'm confused is obviously I need
Oh no,
the
sorry.
yeah because I need the
Is
time, right? Then I have
yeah,
to do some
yeah.
kind of
Sorry, that
iterating.
it's line 517 actually. What was it? Wait a sec.
This
Yeah,
here.
it's in line
All right.
517 because there is only match phase is yeah
So
that
instead of
is the
source
time that you
phase,
want.
it's source distance, and then match phase search time is the max one. That's just the whole animation. Or we could even go up to whatever the thing, and then it's
Yeah, the match like is instead of match best phase, just calculate match best distance, or choose your
see
name.
this here. Okay, it's this. Yeah, so here.
Like if you already have that number there, right? Um, so do you have the will bring that number here.
Because I'm guessing.
Maybe not 3.
So, yeah, I'm guessing. Yeah, so this is what we moved it. Reiterate through, um, and just yeah, I have the number I'm looking for basically, but it's like, so basically what I'm saying is iterate through incrementally, going key is this, key is like the time wise, and then we just assess the value. Um,
Yeah, I mean, on that one, right? You can actually have it. I think we can generalize this, and we can say instead of looking at the phase curve and doing,
Plots a
you know,
specific curve into
comparing
it.
the phase, we look at the distance and we compare the distances, right?
Yeah, that's what it, yeah. It's just like the exact same thing. Like evaluate the curve data, this point at this time. See
Yeah.
what, yeah, basically what we're
Okay.
looking for.
If you want, I can write that function for you. I
Yeah,
can
yeah,
just
go for
send
it.
it over.
Yeah, go for it. If you check it in if you want. I mean, I can, because I've not made any changes here, really. I mean, the only thing I've written is this this time and distance match. It's just this here. It's just like 4 lines. So I don't know if you just want to write that yourself. To be fair, because then because I think rather than me write the new one, it might just be easy for you just to generalize that old one, and then you know where to place it.
Is that the? Yeah, I think that looks like the correct number, right? Yeah. If you just send me over that one, and then I'm gonna
Yeah, I'll
use
send.
that
Yeah,
one.
no, yeah, this is correct. Yeah, I'll just send you over this.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Just send me over that one.
Cool. Okay. We're getting somewhere.
Okay. I'll let me. uh, give me 2 minutes. I'm gonna go to the toilet. Be back.
Okay. Um, that makes sense. Got it, man. Let's get a drink. A drink. Um, so, I mean, once we've done that, I think that's gonna sort the distance values out anyway, so that's fine. That should actually just work. Um, next thing we need to do for this release. Saturday is. I'm trying to think what's next. He saw his freaking thumbstick. I think what design wise. Alright, I'm gonna go have a drink. 2 secs.
Right. Let me share my screen. Right, a little bit of code.
So I'm back.
All right. Share the screen. All right. So this is not changed. Paper. So um, so what we want to do is when we finalize, so this applies across the board. Set the face matching interface, right? Set face matching interface with does this apply to what everything?
So the issue is the finalize. I think is after we've picked our animation. So like we weight everything, and then the finalize we pick the best weight, and then we apply all this stuff to it. So I think we need to calculate. So this calculate phase and mirroring stuff. Um, we do in both the searching, but also in the finalize, which I mean is kind of wrong, but which performance wise is actually bad, but because we looped through it twice. But basically, we need to do this in our like filter, I guess, weighting to calculate the weight. Quite frankly, but no, not necessarily because we need to do it to calculate the weight, but we also need to do it to in the end as well, where we pick the point at which we go to do it. So we need to do it at both places, yeah. Or we set the value and try bring it across, or we do it like how we do it now. We do it both places. So this will happen here too. But yeah, instead of calculate best phase at mirroring, we just calculate time and distance, whatever, and then
Yeah,
montage
but
play instead of
this
anim
is
batch phase. It's gonna be.
But this is not gonna apply to the the volts, for example, right?
No, it does.
Or
That calculate phase and mirroring. I'm pretty sure that that applies to everything. Like so that,
yeah,
that
yeah,
so basically
exactly.
that is like we do that. So we do so if we do match best phase, almost like a lighter one in when we do the before we used to do the match best phase in the filter to basically be like, oh, like pick the phase and then calculate the distances. And then in here we also then like, oh, what phase, pick the phase again, but we know the animation that we're using, so basically just do that thing again but on this animation and then play from that point. um we kind of want to do something similar, which is like yeah, but calculate the distance in the filtering weight
Yeah,
and then be like, yeah.
but you, like, for example, for a jump that, like, for a normal jump that he doesn't have an obstacle, we don't
Mm.
have that. Or for a climb that whatever, it doesn't necessarily require a distance to something.
Yeah, I mean anything that we're not, so anything that we're not so well, this is the thing, right? Should they? Because, for example, when we start looking at strides and plyos, this is another thing that's quite important, right? And precisions and stuff like that. Like, how far away is this thing that we're jumping to?
How
Because I
far
wonder
away?
for, because like for
Mhm.
precisions, right? Is it something similar? Are we like, are you anticipating that it's a precision and therefore jumping to it, or are you just kind of like jumping over and hoping? Yeah, you know, that kind of thing. We'd have to kind of. I mean, we need to address how we do precision anyway, but I guess just for this scenario, this case, it's just. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess if you're not jumping over an obstacle, there is no distance match, so to speak. Um,
Yeah,
it's more so just a phase match.
yeah,
Like, which phase are you in? Therefore, jump.
yeah. I'm a bit reluctant to add the fork here in the
Mm,
logic because
I agree.
it's highly sus. Because the beauty of this is just it works on everything.
Mm.
So mm, there is
Can
an
you not?
element
Can
there
you
that
not?
doesn't feel
Can
right.
we? Can we not add the filter weight, right? And then a sort of like an option to like force um to force a to basically like ignore it if you want to, like force a um force the animation to start a specific time, otherwise it's going to start at the animatch phase time. So if I want to force it to start at a time, um if I
Yeah,
want to do distance match, for example, I can force it in the
yeah,
finalize to be like force distance match start time, or force um do you mean like we can calculate different, you can have different options to calculate based on, you know, because we could be like, oh, how far are you from the like climax or from landing, you know what I mean, like all these different things, and be like force that distance match as opposed to just the phase.
yes, yes. I'm looking here to see if um well, okay, so face matching interface parameters. What do we know here? Like, uh, I don't know why I did this. What? I think this is the satellite is in mid, like, yeah, if the Interface type is it is ever used. For the fallen. Yeah, okay, we do something very similar for the fallen. For the fallen, it says, screw the face matching, you know, do it immediately.
Straight away.
So,
Maybe
yeah, okay,
so we do the same
yeah,
thing but for distance maybe instead.
exactly.
Oh
So,
yeah, because then in the full we call match best phase. We can just say unmatched phase is equal to not match best phase but match best distance or you match distance or whatever.
yeah, exactly. So I think, well, in fact, we already had the case. It's uh okay, no, almost. We almost had it, but I think interface calculation type. I think let's add the case here. I full, immediate, and distance match. And then it's gonna be very similar to this. Is now how do we know if it's distance match? Then